What's up, YouTube? George, a Silver Hunter back, and today we will be hunting a $25 box of Loomis wrapped pennies. I picked these up at my local Wells Fargo. I always open my penny boxes at the bank because I do often get full boxes of 2022 pennies. And while there are a lot of errors on that, it's just not that much fun to look at an entire box of 2022 pennies. I've done it once, and I don't think I'll ever do it again. So with that said, let's jump into it. So this is going to be a hunt and fill series. Book number 3, it is completely full. I do need some upgrades. This has been full for some time. Let's get this last page open. We've got everything we need in here, but you can see like my 2008 D, and I've got some here in the late 80s and early 90s that could really use a facelift. So we'll keep an eye out for really nice looking pennies in that date range, but really we're hunting for our old wheat pennies all the way up through 1974. This middle book is mostly full. We do have a couple upgrades here and there, but really 1955S and earlier is what we'll be really paying attention to. And then, of course, this sad book number 1. I think we have all of about, 3, 6, 7. We have 8 pennies in here. So we have lots and lots of holes to fill. So hopefully we run into a lot of wheat pennies. With that said, I'm going to grab actually a random roll here with a copper ender. And we're going to just open it here on camera and do a quick look through it to see if we've got any wheaties here in this roll. I do have a document in the description down below that has all of the things that I'll be looking for, all the errors, varieties, all the what a copper penny, where they start, where they end. So if you're new to coin roll hunting and want to hunt pennies, it's a great little starter kit for you to look at for your hunts. I'm just quickly going through here and seeing if we have any wheaties to speak of. I do see a lot of copper, but I don't see wheat. All right, well, I will go through these off camera. If I find anything really interesting, I'll be sure to bring you in. So we're on roll number 4, and we have our first wheat penny of the box. Normally, I got to go through like half a box to find one of these. Let's see here. I haven't seen it yet. Together here, it is a 1949 D. So we got a 40s error. That might go in book 2 if we don't already have it. So we're on roll number 11, and we have our next wheat penny. We have, let's check it out here together. Came up reverse facing. We have a 1956 D. I know that has the D over shadow D. Let's check it out here. Let's get way in there. I'm not seeing it. All right, well, we have our first 50s wheatie for the box. So we are on that same roll, and we have another wheatie, and this one looks like it could be old, or perhaps it's just really worn. Let's check it out here. It is a 1941. So that's definitely in book 2. It's our second 40s of the box. We're on roll number 13, and we have our first foreign of the box. What would a penny hunt be without a couple of Canadian coins? Well, at least for us, just a first one. 1988. It's seen better days, but it's Canadian copper, so I'll keep it. So this has been a pretty tough box. We are on roll 35, and we have our next wheat penny right here at the front. It came up obverse facing, so we can get that to focus. It is a 1951 D, making it, I believe, our second 50s on the box. I have been keeping on my copper. I've got a whole little cup full over here, and I didn't bring you guys in on everything. I did have a couple of stunners, a 1977, a 1967, and this 1983 looked pretty good. I've pulled those aside to see if they're upgrades for the book, and I've got a smattering of the 2009. A lot of people hang on to those for the commemorative years. They've all been checked for the various DDRs that they might have, and they're just not there. So hopefully the last 15 rolls here heat up because it's been pretty slow, just those 4 wheat pennies. We are 3 rolls from the end, and what we've maybe lacked in quantity, we're making up maybe a little bit for here in quality, even though it's a really worn penny. We've got a 1920 wheatie. That's a really old one for my hunts. I don't typically find wheaties that are this old. This is pretty cool, though. We got a 20s. All right. Hopefully we'll find a few more before the end. Well, we reached the end. I'm going to do a real quick recap, and we'll check what we have against the books and see if we got anything to fill in. But I do have a couple of stunners here that we are going to check against our album to see if we've got any upgrades. We do have that 1920. Let me zoom in here. That 1920. Hopefully that is a filler. I only have 4 or 5 pennies in that book, so I have to assume that's going to be a filler. We've got a 1941 Philly, a 1949 Denver, a 1951 Denver, and a 1956 Denver. So I'm hoping I can fit a couple of those wheat pennies into the books. I did end up with 3 foreigns. I had a 1964 Canadian. I only brought you in for one, but we got a 1984 and a 1988. On top of that, we got a lot of busted, what are they? I forget, the 2009 Lincoln pennies. This was a year where they did commemorative reverses. Sorry, I can't get the words out. They did commemorative reverses, and they came in 4 different styles. They had the early childhood, they had the formative years, they had the professional life, and I think I got one. No, I didn't get any of the Capitol Dome. That was the one that I was missing. These are not in great shape. I'll pitch all those back, but I know there are other coin roll hunters that pull all of these. I've got rolls and rolls of basically mint state ones, so I don't keep them when they look like this. So that said, let me check the books. Let me see if I've got any upgrades in there, and hopefully we fill a few holes. So we do have an ever so slight upgrade for my 2009. This was the penny that was in it. I pulled that out. We'll put this one in its place. It is ever so slight though. Oh, I guess I should turn it over so that we see the pretty reverse on it. All right, that's one. Let's check book number 2. So for book number 2, we did end up with 1 book filler and 1 upgrade. I've actually already popped the 1967 in place. You might be able to tell from the video that it is just a slightly better coin, just a little bit cleaner. They were both really nice. I have a lot of nice 60s, really from 59 all the way up through a lot of decent looking up through like 72. I ended up finding those in some customer wrapped rolls at one point. But the 1949D is a welcome addition. It is a wheat penny. It's not in great shape, but I will take it. And last but not least, we have that 1920, and I thought for sure that was going to have to be a book filler. But if I scroll up here, you'll see I had already got that 1920 in my book number 1. So we have no additions to book number 1. And you can see, I think I showed it at the beginning of the video, this thing is really, really scarce. So I really need some early 1909 to 1940s to start filling this thing up. It's just wheat pennies have been really hard to come by of late. I'm only getting about 6 to 10 of them per box, and they all seem to be typically in the 50s. So as part of hunting through that box, we did end up with about 2/3 of a cup, of a solo cup full of copper pennies. We'll throw them up here on the scale for you. I've already done this, so I know what the number is. 2.74 pounds worth of copper. And if I take you over here on coin apps, I've already plugged it in. So you guys can see we've got 2.74 pounds of copper. That works out to $8 and basically 97 cents worth of copper. That's $3.44 a pound. So remember, those copper pennies in your pocket, they're worth a lot more than a penny. So with that said, I know it was a little bit of a scarce penny box, but it was a lot of fun. It is nice to hunt things other than half dollars and quarters from time to time, so it was good to get this box of pennies in. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let me know. Drop down below this video and click that like button and leave me a comment. If you're new to the channel and you like coin roll hunts, or you want to catch up on any of my old penny or nickel or dime or quarter hunts, make sure you hit that subscribe button and then click on that little bell and select all, so you get notified each and every time I release a new video. And if I'm subscribed, it's easier to find me, so you can look at my old ones. So with that said, take care, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one.